Are we losing our perfect live-action Geralt because he's trading in his sword for a cape, or because he actually hates the show? Hi y'all, Snarky J Cosplay here. Henry Cavill has played the iconic Geralt of Rivia since The Witcher premiered on Netflix in 2019. And for the most part, fan reception to Henry as Geralt has been pretty lovely. After all, Henry Cavill makes a pretty stellar Geralt. That gruff voice and that perfect scowl combined with the contacts and a white wig really transform his Superman looks into that video game daddy we all know and love. He's a dad to Cirilla, don't come at me in the comments over this. However, Henry's recently revealed that after the end of season 3, he's not gonna be coming back as Geralt anymore. And even though Netflix has canceled shows for way less than the literal lead leaving the show, they're planning to move ahead with their 7-season plan for The Witcher with or without Henry. Liam Hemsworth is gonna be picking up the medallion and sword moving forward, and even though I think he's a pretty great actor, I gotta ask myself, is the show even gonna be worth it without Henry Cavill playing Geralt? The most important question to me, however, is why exactly is Henry Cavill leaving the show? The announcement came via Henry Cavill's social media, and the Witcher pages confirmed it shortly after. Of course, the timing seems really convenient. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know that there will be minor spoilers for Black Adam ahead. I don't really think anybody cares, but I'm just being polite. Despite the past 2 years of rumblings that Henry Cavill was gonna be completely out of the DCEU as Superman, the end credits scenes of Black Adam confirmed that he was back and likely here to stay. After the hype train was quite literally running out of control, Henry Cavill once again took to social media to confirm that yes, he was back as the Man of Steel for good.
I wanted to make it official that I am back as Superman. And the image you see on this post and what you saw in Black Adam are just a very small taste of things to come.
Of course, this is a huge win for the DCEU. I think Henry is a perfect casting choice for Superman, and let's face it, DC really needs as much help as they can get right now, so this is a win for them. The video where Henry Cavill confirms that he's back as Superman came just days before he posted that he was out as Geralt, and a lot of fans came to the conclusion that he was quitting the show in order to devote more time to being Superman. Initially, even I thought this made sense. The timing seemed just right, and it wouldn't be entirely unlikely if the DCEU now had a crazy shooting schedule. After all, they're under new management, they're probably going to be putting out a ton of new content, so it's only likely that the Man of Steel would be super necessary and integral to rebuilding the DCEU, meaning Henry Cavill would definitely have a lot more on his plate than he does now. Maybe too much on his plate if he also had to portray Geralt. But then I gave it a little more thought. Henry Cavill really isn't a stranger to a busy shooting schedule. After all, they literally were forced to CGI out his mustache because he had grown it for Mission Impossible shoots while he was also doing Justice League. So in my opinion, unless he's literally out there fighting crime in Metropolis, there's no reason why Henry can't play Geralt and Superman at the same time. Some fans have come up with another theory. Henry Cavill is out of The Witcher because he's sick of fighting with the writers, and that's what I'm gonna really delve into in this video. As I mentioned earlier, Henry Cavill was pretty well received when he was cast as Geralt. The rest of the show, however, not so much. Netflix's The Witcher has had a pretty chaotic relationship with fans since the very beginning. From major complaints regarding the casting choices for characters like Yennefer and Triss, to major fan gripes about even more major deviations from the original plot, the show's kind of been disappointing fans since it started. Most fans get their devotion from the video game series, which has been huge, but a lot of people are really into the novels, which the games are based on. The Netflix series, quite unfortunately, doesn't really devote itself to the games or the novels. There's so many major plot deviations, and they've taken so many creative liberties with the content within the show that it's honestly left a bad taste in the fans' mouths. In interviews from when the show first started, Henry and other people in production mentioned that he was constantly making requests to have the script changed and modified just to make Geralt more genuine to his character in the novels. Henry has been a huge driver of trying to keep the show really faithful to the source material, and similar comments came out about the production of season 2, and I wouldn't be surprised if we start hearing the same thing about season 3. Even worse, some sources have stated that writers and showrunners for The Witcher have openly mocked the source material. They don't like the games or the novels, so they really don't care about trying to keep the show really true to the content that the fans know and love. This has to be super frustrating for somebody like Henry Cavill, who not only knows and loves the source material for The Witcher, but is big enough into geek culture that he's built his own gaming PCs and spends his free time painting Warhammer minifigures. So to have to be constantly defending a character, constantly asking for rewrites, it's gotta get exhausting to the point where anybody that committed to their character might just throw in the towel and say, here, you know what? You guys don't love him as much as I do. You do what you want. I want no part of this. Some people on Twitter and other outlets of the internet have really disagreed with Henry and some fans' more purist mentality when it comes to The Witcher. They claim that keeping everything super legit to the novels or the games is pretty much just alienating people who want to get into The Witcher as something new. In my opinion, if you're making new content about something known and beloved by a lot of different people, laying waste to the source material is not the way to get new people into it. Honestly, I can't see this show going on for much longer without Henry Cavill. Fans and other people involved with the production of the show have come to say how absolutely instrumental Henry Cavill's devotion to Geralt and The Witcher has been to the show's success. Replacing his solid and dedicated portrayal of Geralt of Rivia with Liam Hemsworth, who I'm not sure has ever played the games or read the novels, just doesn't bode well for the rest of the show and apparently didn't sit right with most of Twitter or the internet. I think Liam Hemsworth is a great actor, and I don't think a character like Geralt is entirely out of his wheelhouse. But I think it's really easy to make a character like Geralt just come across as gruff and like he doesn't really talk at all, when in the novels, Geralt is kind of a philosopher. And it's Henry's love for him and dedication to the novels that was able to bring that aspect of Geralt's character to life. I'm not sure that Liam Hemsworth really has the same love for the source material that Henry did, and I'm not sure that he's gonna be able to do what Henry has done, which is make our favorite Witcher real. That's all I've got to say about this one. I've been Snarky J. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Do you think that The Witcher is gonna be worth watching without Henry Cavill? Let me know in the comments below.